Namaste students. I hope you are safe and sound at your homes and keeping up with the learning process every day. So, today we are going to discuss this topic which you all are familiar with, articles. Now you know very well that there are three articles in English language: a, an and the. These are called articles. Now, these articles are actually demonstrative adjectives. Now we have learned in our last lesson that demonstrative adjectives are those which are used to point to the nouns like this, that, these, and those. These are demonstrative adjectives if they are used before any noun. So likewise, these articles, they are also a kind of demonstrative adjectives. Now, a and n, these are called indefinite articles, and the, it is called definite article. And do you know why is it so? Okay, let me tell you. A and n, when are they used? Indefinite means when we are not talking about anything particular or anything specific, when we are generally referring to anything. Okay, then we will use a or n. Suppose I say, please give me a pen. Now, I have not told you which pen I want. It could be either ball pen or gel pen, blue pen or black pen, any kind of pen. But the is a definite article. So whenever it is used before any noun, it means we are talking about something specific, something particular. Like, give me the red pen. Now here, I specifically mean that I want the red pen. And that red pen I'm talking about, you also know about that red pen, and I also know about that red pen. So, when we are talking about anything specific or particular, we use the, which is a definite article. Now, let's look at the differences more closely. A and n are used for objects that are not specific or one of several things of a similar type. It means when you are not referring to specific things, okay, and you say that any of the several things of similar type, you are asking for them. Suppose I say, for example, I need a phone. Now it could be any phone, smartphone, QWERTY keypad phone, feature phone, Nokia phone, Redmi phone, Samsung phone, any kind of phone. I just need a phone. But when I'm using the, then it will be used for specific objects or objects that both the speaker and listener know. Now suppose you are holding a phone in your hand, then I'll say to you, give me the phone. Now you also know and I also know which phone I am talking about. It is the phone which you are holding in your hand. So the is used when we are referring to object about which both the speaker and listener know. Second point, a and n are used for the first time we introduce an object. Now whenever I am introducing any object for the first time, whenever I am mentioning the object for the first time, then I will use a or n. For example, I saw a movie last night. Now I have talked about this movie for the first time. So I have used a movie in the sentence. And suppose I want to mention that object once again, then I will use the. For example, the movie is based on a real life incident. Now the movie which I have watched last night, I am talking about that same movie. and that movie is based on a real life incident. So, when we are mentioning about the object for the second or third time, then we will use the as an article. Let's practice an exercise so that it will be clear to you when and where to use a and the. Dash boy was walking by dash road. Now, I have mentioned boy and road for the first time. So what we will use here? Exactly. A boy was walking by a road. He had his pet dog with him. Dash blue car was following him too. Now here, blue car, it has been mentioned for the first time. So a blue car was following him too. Suddenly, a door of the car opened and two kidnappers jumped at the boy. Now look, in these three dashes, in the first dash, I have used a door of the car. A door because the door has been mentioned for the first time, and also I'm not talking about any specific door. Okay, so a door of the car. Now because the car has been already mentioned, so I have used the car, and at the boy because boy has already been mentioned. But as they tried to get hold of him, dash dog started barking at them. The dog, exactly, because dog has been already mentioned. When one of the kidnappers, because kidnappers have already been mentioned, tried to get hold of the boy, it bit him. Apparently, the kidnappers had to leave empty-handed. That's why it is aptly said, the dog is the most loyal pet. It won't leave your side till you leave his. Now in the last two blanks, I have used the dog. Now you are going to understand this later, that when we are talking about any common noun and we refer to a whole community of that common noun, then we will use the. So I hope that you have understand well and clear where we will use a and the. Now let's move on to the usage of a and n. A and n are used before countable nouns in singular number. Now two things are to be kept in mind here. First one is that a and n will be used with countable nouns. As we cannot count uncountable nouns, that's why we will use these with only countable nouns. And these are only used nouns in singular number. It means if I have more than one noun, if my noun is plural, if my noun is referring plural number, then I won't use a or n. Here are the examples: a bag, a book, a man, a girl. Second, a is used before nouns with consonant sounds and n is used before nouns with vowel sounds. Now here you can see that I have quote marked sounds. What I want to tell you is that not only the alphabets should be A, E, I, O, U, but the word shall begin with consonant sound. I'm not talking about letter. I'm talking about consonant sounds or vowel sounds. Look at the examples: a laptop, a pawn, a student. Now here, laptop has la, pawn has pa, and student has sta. Now these are not vowel sounds, okay? So that's why we have used a before them. And look at the second row of examples: an artist, an optician, an elder brother. Now here, artist is beginning with a sound a, which is a vowel sound. Optician, a, it is also a vowel sound. Elder brother, a, it is also a vowel sound. That's why I have used n before these words. Now let's check out some more examples. A university, a European, a 1 rupee note, a uniform, a unit. Now in all of these examples, although these words are beginning with vowel letters, but they don't have vowel sounds. That's why I have used a before them. A university. Now here, university is sounding U. It's not a vowel sound. European, U. 1 rupee note, Va. So these are all consonant sounds. That's why I have used a with them. Now those words which begin with unsounded H and vowel take N, like in which H is silent and the second letter is vowel sound. Then we will use N before the word. An honest man, an honorable leader, an hour. So here H is silent and O, this sound is being pronounced. That's why we have used N before these words. Now, if in abbreviations, if consonants begin with a vowel sound, they will take N. Now, as you can see in examples, I have written NMA, NMP. Now, these both words have a vowel sound. M, A, which is a vowel sound. That's why I have used N with them. And a BA, a PhD, these have consonant sounds. That's why I have used a with them. Now, let's look at the usage of the. Now, as I have already mentioned, that when we point at something particular, we use the. The keys in the drawer, the pen that I gave you. Both of these things are specific. I'm not talking about any other key. I'm talking about specific keys which are there in the drawer. Also, I'm talking about that pen which I gave to you. So these things are specific. These things are particular. Okay. Next, the superlatives. Whenever we will use superlative degree, we will use the sweetest drink, the most exciting performance, the fastest racer, the loudest noise. Now, we will also use the with words such as first, last, next, only, some, following, previous. The first bench, the last row, the previous class, the next section, or the next station. So with these words, we will use the. Then, still, there are few words with which we will not use the, like the last night. It would be wrong. The next year, wrong. The last semester, wrong. We will only use last night, next year, last month. For example, I saw you the last night. No. I saw you last night. That would be correct. I hope you understood this. Let's move on to the next point. Used with a common noun when it represents the whole class. As I have already mentioned earlier, when our common noun represents the whole class, when we are talking about the whole class, when we are referring to the whole class, then we will use the. Like the dog is a faithful animal. Now I am referring to the whole dog class. Every dog is faithful and I am referring it as a whole. So I have used the dog is a faithful animal. The camel is used as a means of transport in the desert areas. Now here, camel, the whole camel class is used as a transport in the desert areas. That's why I have used the before it. Camels are used as a means of transport in the desert areas. Now here in the second sentence, instead of using the, I have used camels, plural noun. So I don't need the with the plural noun here. Okay? Next. Now last but not the least, with nouns such as moon, earth, sun, sky, we use the because they are one of their kind. Now these are the nouns which are just one of their kind. That's why we will use the with them. The moon is our only natural satellite. Here, moon is only one, that's why we have used the. The sun sets in the west. Obviously, we use it like this. Now let's move on to with what names the is used. There are some proper nouns with whom we use the, like with the names of rivers, seas, and oceans, like the Ganges, the Nile, the Indian Ocean, the Arabian Sea. These are the names of rivers, seas, or oceans. That's why we have used the with them. Then mountain ranges like the Himalayas, the Alps. Now these are the names of mountain ranges. So I have used the with them. Then holy books, the Gita, the Bible, the Quran. So these are the names of few holy books. Trains, ships, aeroplanes. With the name of trains, ships, or aeroplanes, we will use the. For example, the Shatabdi Express, the Titanic, the Boeing 787. With the names of newspapers, we will use the, like the Times of India, the Wall Street Journal. With the names of well-known buildings, like the Taj Mahal, the Pentagon, the Rashtrapati Bhavan. These are some well-known buildings. That's why I have used the with them. Countries if the name contains common noun. Now this is an interesting point. Names don't have actually the used before them. But if there is a common noun in the name of the country, then we will use the with it, like the United States of America. Here, states is a common noun. That's why we have used the United States of America. The United Kingdom. Here, kingdom is a common noun. That's why we have used the here in this name also. Then with the names of directions, we will use the east, the west, the north, the south. And last but not the least, the whole families. Whenever we will talk about whole families, we will use the, like the Ambanis, the Trumps, the Birlas, the Tatas, etc. etc. Okay, I think till here it is clear to all of you. Now let's understand the omission of the. It means we are going to understand where we will not use the. Normally, the is not used with proper nouns, material nouns, and abstract nouns. It means we won't use the with these kinds of nouns. Proper nouns are particular names of person, place, animal, or thing. Material nouns, name given to those things which are used as a material to create another things. Abstract nouns are name given to those things which we can only feel. For example, the Akshay Kumar is the most popular actor. Here, the won't be used because Akshay Kumar is a proper noun. I purchased the gold just before the pandemic. Here also, the won't be used before gold because gold is a material noun. The beauty of Taj Mahal is appreciated worldwide. Here, the won't be used before beauty because it is an abstract noun. So, with proper material and abstract nouns, we won't use the. But sometimes the is used twice. So here comes the topic, the repetition of the. The actor and the director have left for the studio. The actor director has left for the studio. These are two examples in front of us. Now, in the first sentence, I have used the. Why? Because here actor and director are two different people. Okay? And so, to mention them, I have used the actor and the director. But in the second sentence, the actor director, now here it is just one person, and that's why I have used the only once. So I think this topic is clear to you. If there are any questions, you may post them in the comment below, or you may ask in the class. Thank you.